It is 6 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed that wonderful, wonderful musical selection. My name is Principal Cherie Jackson, and hello, hello, hello. And I would like to welcome you to our first virtual fifth grade family night. And as I said, I am Principal Cherie Jackson, and I would like to introduce you to my two assistant principals. You can wave your hand, Mr. Joseph Purvis and Mr. Jay Hancock. Joseph and Jay, you want to say something?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our meeting. Although we'd like to have you in the building, it's nice to see you all that have joined us. We're really excited to have you all in the building as soon as we can have people there. We've made some great improvements and we're pretty excited about it.
Absolutely. And I'm Joe Purvis, assistant principal. Just want to echo what Mr. Hancock said. Can't wait to see you. We miss you guys. I'm sure your teachers miss seeing you in the building every day. So we look forward to it as soon as you get here. All right.
Thank you, Joe and Jay. In absentia is our admin TOSA, Ms. Constance Anderson, Dr. Barrage, interim superintendent, and Marty Voigt. We would like to welcome them. They will be popping on and off during our presentation. I saw Dr. Barrage a few minutes earlier. I want to welcome you all to this wonderful school year, Robbinsdale Middle School. We are so excited that you decided to spend a few moments with us, and you will not be disappointed, let me tell you. Tonight, you will learn about our wonderful program, and you're going to meet our awesome staff members who will be guiding the learning for your babies all next year and throughout their middle school careers with Robbinsdale Middle School. We have lots of information to share with you and a really tight schedule, a really tight window of time. So please mute your mics so that everyone can hear the short presentation. After the presentation, there will be a chance to meet our awesome staff members in breakout rooms where you can ask your questions. Spanish speakers, attention Spanish speakers, preguntas en español con Señora Kinsella will follow this presentation. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy an outstanding virtual walkthrough of Robbinsdale Middle School's fifth grade family night. And now introducing our counseling team extraordinaire. Take it away, counseling team.
Thanks, Ms. Jackson. Appreciate it. I apologize if you kept hearing the beeps. I'm admitting people as I am as the presentation is going. Mr. Purvis, if you want to jump a couple slides. The next slide just has a couple pictures of our school here. But so I am Sam Myers, and I am the sixth grade counselor currently. And I am the department head for the counseling team. So I am going to allow my other two counselors who will be helping me with this presentation. If they want to introduce themselves, go on ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Grant, seventh grade counselor, and I am a co-bar coordinator. Good to see everyone.
Good evening. I'm Shirley Backman. I'm the current 8th grade counselor, and I'll be working with 6th grade next year. This is our agenda for tonight, and we're going to continue our presentation, and then at the conclusion of the presentation, you'll have an opportunity to meet teachers and ask questions in some Google meetings.
And Ms. Bagman, please remember to ask for next slide. Mr. Purvis will then switch to the next slide then.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We are so excited to have you with us here tonight, and thank you for taking the time to spend with us. We look forward to having you and your students next year in our building, and we're just excited that you could be here tonight. Next slide. The Robbinsdale School Mission Statement. The mission of Robbinsdale Middle School is to provide a safe and nurturing academic community that helps all students develop into principled, lifelong learners and critical thinkers. We will prepare students to take initiative, participate in our global community, and to respect and value multiple perspectives. Next slide. This is our IB learner profile, which consists of 10 characteristics, and this is our mission statement in action. The characteristics include inquirers, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, risk takers, balanced, and reflective. And these are characteristics that Robbinsdale Middle School students develop through curriculum and activities. And we are preparing our students to become global citizens. Next slide.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jennifer Holtgrew. I'm Robbinsdale's IB MYP coordinator. And here at Robbinsdale, IB, or International Baccalaureate, is the framework that ensures that all RMS students have the opportunity to take all courses, core academic courses, a world language, reading, visual and/or performing art, physical health, physical education and health, and design courses that support learning in STEM for all of our students. Next slide, please. At RMS, we use IB grading, and teachers score student work with rubrics and provide feedback for student growth. As a parent, you'll want to make sure you're paying attention to your students' scores in their courses. Schoology provides you the most up-to-date current information. You want to ensure that your student is achieving a level 5-6. This score indicates that they're on track with their learning and grade level Minnesota state standards and are proficient in their courses. Next slide.
Thank you, Ms. Holtgrew. This is what our typical school day looks like. This is the schedule we are following in Distance Learning Plus. In addition, it is very similar to our in-person schedule. And we start every day with advisory at 8 o'clock, and it lasts for 40 minutes. And then we have 4 blocks of classes that are approximately 80 minutes in length with 4 minutes between classes. We have lunch for each grade. They each get a 30-minute lunch, and it's sometime during block C. Next slide. Here is a sample student schedule for one of our students. This is a 2-day rotation. So we have advisory each day, but we have 4 different classes on day 1 and then 4 different classes on day 2. And then we just continue the rotation. You will see the classes that are listed here are the classes that a 6th grade student would be enrolled in. Next slide.
Sorry about that. So a little bit about advisory. Advisory is a class, again, that you're going to have every single day. And it is with just your grade level. So the current 5th graders coming next year would be with just 6th graders. And it's similar to how you currently have one kind of home-based teacher to have each and every day. You are going to be with a smaller group of students between, right now, some of ours are about 15, maybe 20 students, sometimes more, depending on how big our grade level gets. And it kind of becomes your family at middle school. We, in this advisory time, spend time on social emotional learning through the curriculum of Second Step, which you may be familiar with through elementary school. We also do fun community and team building activities, as well as providing an opportunity for college and career readiness activities as well through our Get Ready program. There's also time spent on organizational skills and providing our students with important information about the daily functioning going on in our school. Your advisory teacher really is your first point of contact if you have questions or if you need an advocate for you for the rest of the school year. Next slide.
Thank you, Sal, for jumping in there. BAR is a program developed to focus on teaching-student relationship within the learning paradigm. BAR's building assets and reducing risk places the student first. It teaches teams, it also has teaching teams that also utilize and communicate regarding students' academic and personal social development. BAR also utilizes the I-time lessons during class that provide students with activities that further also give teachers information about the students to be able to build community as well in that program. Next slide. We also recognize and celebrate students who demonstrate care. Care is our motto at Robbinsdale Middle School, no matter if you're a teacher, administrator, or a student. Coupled with our IB profile attributes, staff hand out care cards to students, and students can redeem them for rewards and prizes. During our Care Fest, teachers nominate students each month and that demonstrate the IB profile characteristics, and those positive characteristics are shared within our school community all over the place, including our hallways and classrooms. Any common area you can think, we try to share that information. Next slide, please. CHAMPS is a framework used in the classroom setting for classroom expectations. CHAMPS assists with interclassroom conversations, helps students learn how to ask questions, has a learning target, provides classroom flexibility, and also provides varied ways for students that can participate in that classroom lesson, all of which can lead to. Next slide.
These are some of the core classes that we offer in 6th grade. They are world language, English, social studies, math, science, and reading. Next slide. In addition, our students choose a world language option. They would choose Spanish, Heritage Learner Spanish, or French. And if students speak Spanish at home or have been in a Spanish immersion school, they should choose the Heritage Learner Spanish class. This class focuses more on the reading and writing Spanish. Next slide. Another option that students have at RMS is a music option. We offer band, including a beginning band. We offer choir, and we offer orchestra, including beginning orchestra. And if your student has not played an instrument prior to 6th grade, they are welcome to begin in either beginning band or beginning orchestra. And so if they want to try an instrument, they're welcome to try an instrument next year and then choose one of these music classes. Next slide. We also have what we call allied classes. These are in addition to the core classes and the electives. Every student has the opportunity to participate in these hands-on courses, which include Family and Consumer Science, Gateway to Technology, Intro to Computer Science, Physical Education and Health, and Visual Art, which is painting, drawing, sculpting, different mediums of art. Next slide.
Co-taught classes at RMS have 2 full-time teachers, co-planning instruction and supporting students in learning. It reduces the teacher ratio and also supports students in a variety of different ways because of the access to teachers. In my experience talking to the students that are inside of co-taught classes, I hear tons of benefits regarding that setup and the support that is available in that situation. Next slide, please. Next, we have after-school activities. As you can see, we have different activities at different times in the year. So we do have a variety of activities for both boys and girls available at different times. So please note that in what you see there as far as when your availability and participation. We do promote participation in all forms of activities. And so that is something that RMS looks forward to students being. Next slide, please. For those of you that are not interested in athletics, students have the ability to join activities or clubs. RMS values student engagement, like I said before. And so please, if you are interested in any after-school activity or club, ask your counselor, your advisory teacher, or anyone you're passing in school. Slide, please. These are our photos of our administration from left to right. As you see from upper left-hand corner, Miss Principal Cherie Jackson. Then next to her is Jay Hancock, assistant principal. Just to put a picture kind of a little bit with the name as well as what you're seeing on the video. And Joe Purvis, assistant principal. And next to Joe Purvis is Constance Anderson, assistant principal at Tulsa. Underneath those wonderful people are 3 counselor grade level counselors. Next slide, please. Here's a video from Miss Principal Jackson, just welcoming to Robbinsdale Middle School and kind of talking about some comments.
I'm Principal Cherie Jackson from Robbinsdale Middle School. I'm here to answer some questions that you may have. I would like to personally welcome you to the RMS family and take a moment to answer some of those questions. So let's dive in. So you may have some questions being a newly enrolled student, family, or staff member who's new to the RMS family. So we're gonna take a few minutes to answer some of those questions. Here's one. Dear Principal Jackson, my middle school growing up did not have an auditorium or a space for large school events. Does RMS have space for things like that? Check out this beautiful auditorium, which we use to host our large events. While we're here, I'd like to share that at RMS, we are an IB/MYP school, which offers an educational approach that embraces yet transcends traditional school subjects. Here's another question. Dear Principal Jackson, unfortunately, the classroom in my middle school was uninspiring. How does RMS use its classrooms to inspire students to be ready for the next chapter of their lives? Check out many of our classrooms. RMS provides learning in academic and social emotional areas that will prepare your students to be ready for college, articulated skilled trades, and careers. Here's another question. Dear Principal Jackson, one of my best memories of middle school was having lunch with my friends. What is the cafeteria experience like at RMS? We would love to share a meal with your student in our vibrant cafeteria when all of our students are here. This is where those lifelong relationships we know are a huge part of being in middle school are built. Here's another question. Dear Principal Jackson, obviously, technology is such an important part of our learning. How is RMS equipped to handle the need for media and technology for all students? This could be your student learning in our media center. Robbinsdale area schools provides every student in grades kindergarten through 12 with a digital device. The device connects with classroom learning activities, educational opportunities, and personalized learning experiences for each student. The digital device is typically a Chromebook or an iPad. Last but not least, dear Principal Jackson, when I have any questions and don't know where to go, who do I call? You can call our office 763-504-4800 anytime. We would love to connect with you and connect you with the right person for any questions you may have. I want to thank you for spending this time with me today. We would love to have your student join us at Robbinsdale Middle School. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or on our school website, which is rms.ardell.org. Please feel free to reach out to us anytime with any additional questions. Like I tell my students, remember, learn something new every day.
And as you see, Ms. Principal Jackson has all the answers at RMS Middle School. So if you have one, that is one person that you can utilize for those questions. In the 6th grade, we have classrooms located in a specific wing of the building, which is kind of an opportunity to build community, as well as with students and staff. And so just kind of like for you to be aware of where the location is. Students have roughly 4 minutes, and when I say roughly, that can be talked about very interestingly in the hallways with our students. Roughly 4 minutes of passing time between each class. Next slide, please. We also have leadership opportunities at RMS, and one great leadership opportunity is to be a web leader. Our web program is called Web for Where Everyone Belongs. It is an 8th grade student program that supports 6th grade incoming students. So as you enter the school, you will participate in this program and see the lovely faces that are provided for you at RMS. Look forward to seeing you, and hopefully you're interested in being a leader.
Students have been given a link for this registration form, and I've had the opportunity and great privilege of visiting the 5th grade classrooms in the last week and shared information with our wonderful 5th grade students and their teachers. And so they have been given this link by their teacher, and also it is located on our website. And we really would like you with your student together to complete this form. Next slide. This is just a reminder that on the registration form, the 2 choices that your student will register for are the world language and the music option. Next slide. And important note, the students need to complete this online registration form by Friday, January 22nd. And again, the teachers have shared it with the students, and it's available on our website. Next slide.
Sorry about that. Okay, so what's next? We have Google Meets available with all of our teachers that work in the 6th grade, open and available for you to meet them and to have your questions answered. So we were going to have them introduced at this time. However, we had a little snafu with the Google Meet, so we asked them to just go to their own Google Meets and you can meet them there. But these are the teachers who are available tonight: Miss Ensline and Miss Williams in reading, Miss Stiefel and Miss Morris for science, Miss Johansson and Miss Larson teach math, Miss Kearns as well as Miss Larson teach English. For individuals and societies, which is like our social studies class, are Miss Kraut-Kramer and Miss Petraska. World language, we have Miss Gelhar and Miss Kinsella available. For family and consumer science, Miss Peter. Our gateway to technology, Mr. Severson and Mr. Miskowick. Miss Kubish, Mr. Croker, and Miss Steinar for Fayed. We have also, Miss Cummings, Miss Kozak, and Miss Griebenau for music. Miss West Talbot for visual art. Miss Davy and Miss Komisky for our ELL. Or any questions about special ed, we have all 4 of these teachers in one Google Meet, and they can separate into breakout rooms if need be to answer specific questions. But we have Mr. Molberg, Miss Warrion, Miss Munson, and Miss Grooms. And then the counselors, all 3 of us, are going to go into a separate Google Meet after this presentation to answer any of your questions you might have about registration, which that was that form that Ms. Backman just described. And we have the link available if you need it, because it is an electronic form this year. But that has myself, Mr. Myers, Mr. Grant, and Ms. Backman. And you can go to the next slide. And Ms. Kinsella, if you are here, do you mind speaking to this slide?
Yep. Hi, everyone. My name is Miss Kinsella, and I am a 6th grade Spanish teacher. This year, I teach regular 6th grade Spanish 1, but since I am part of the 6th grade team and here to help everyone, I will be available to help our Spanish-speaking families. So I will be reading this slide for you all, but if you have me as your 6th grade Spanish teacher next year, don't worry, I teach basic Spanish 1. Pero aquí estoy, me llamo señorita Kinsella. Vamos a tener una reunión en español para mis familias hispanohablantes. Entonces vamos a tener un Google Meet enlace disponible para las familias hispanohablantes para responder a las preguntas en español. Por favor, utilice el primer enlace de la lista de enlaces públicos en el sitio de web de RMS. Y yo puedo poner el enlace en la caja de chat también.
Thank you, Ms. Kinsella. And I am actually going to post that link right now if you want to go ahead. Ms. Kinsella, if you want to go ahead and head over there, that's fine, just so that you're the first one in there. But thank you, Ms. Kinsella. So for
Adios.
Anyone needing to get questions answered in Spanish, here is the link.
And
yep. Go ahead, Ms. Jackson. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to say, as usual, Mrs. Kinsella did a wonderful job with our Spanish-speaking parents and our students. So if you need those questions answered, please go and see Mrs. Kinsella. I just want to remind you, don't forget to bring all of your questions to our teachers, and you'll see them in a few moments. Ms. Kinsella has put the link for Spanish speakers in the chat, and right before that, you had the link for the breakout rooms for each of our staff members. Bring those questions to the breakout rooms. You'll get a chance to type them into the chat immediately following. So copy and paste those web addresses in your a separate browser so that you can go to the breakout rooms as soon as this presentation is over. Next slide, please. And we want to remind you, there are many ways to stay connected to Robbinsdale Middle School. I'm so glad we had the opportunity to share some of those ways with you tonight. You could have been anywhere else in the world, and we're honored that you chose to spend the time with us tonight. We are glad that Dr. Barrage and Mrs. Boyd and other district persons stopped by. And we want to remind you that in order to stay up to date on everything RMS, please follow us. You can follow us at our website, which is rms.ardale.org. Please like us on Facebook at Robbinsdale Middle School. On YouTube, please follow us or subscribe to our page at Robbinsdale Middle School channel. On that page, you will see some of our words of the week. You'll see Mr. Hancock tell jokes of the day. You'll see Mr. Purvis give us some riddles and some fun facts. And you'll hear some inspirational words about learning something new from other staff members. And we also do some story times. You would be surprised at how many of our middle school students really love to be read to. So check us out on our YouTube page. After this presentation, along with other important information, all of this will all be located on our next page or our Google Hangout or in our social media. Oh, I forgot to tell you about Twitter. Our Twitter handle is RMS Robbinsdale MS. Sorry, Robbinsdale MS. So please listen carefully to the next set of directions that you will be receiving. And we are almost done. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for participating. Next slide, please. Mr. Myers?
Sorry about that. I was trying to send something to Ms. Kinsella here. So again, we really appreciate you coming out and taking time to meet with us tonight. So again, the link is posted in the chat. Ms. Holker, do you mind posting it one more time with the list of the Google Meets? It is also available at rms.ardale.org underneath the school news. which is, you have to scroll down just a little bit to find that. It should be one of the first posts. And our teachers are available until 7:30 p.m. If you think of something maybe later that you don't get answered tonight, feel free to always call our main office at 763-504-4800, and you'll be directed to someone who can answer your questions. But we're always ready and willing to answer any questions you might have. So feel free to go ahead and head out from this meeting now. And we hope you have a great night talking to and meeting with our staff members. Thank you so much. Administrators and myself may stay on for a little bit if you do have questions, but otherwise we can have our teachers answer them for you.